Name him, he got him.
Yeah, Snoop is sitting down at the red table with Jada Pinkett Smith. And she's talking about the whole thing with the Gayle King interview and the backlash that Snoop got for calling Gayle out of her name. And Jada, well, basically, she checked Snoop on this one. Check it out.
My heart dropped. I felt like not only were you talking to Gayle, but you were talking to me.
How was he talking to her?
Not at all.
How was he talking to her, Mike?
That was a long shot.
We're not women, so we're not speaking for women. I'm just like, this is what my assessment of what she said, because I can't speak for her. But she's saying as black women, right, that if you're calling that black woman out of her name a bitch, then you're calling pretty much all.
No, that's hell no. That's not true.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I'm saying with Jada, we don't have a red table, we got a brown table here. Okay. I don't know.
Well, that T is wrong. That's wrong.
Hey, man, I gotta agree with you.
Exactly.
But go ahead, Tim.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid as far as what you're saying.
Okay.
The way I look at it, I always think about Malcolm X and what he quoted: the most disrespected, unprotected, and neglected person in the world is a black woman. So when you look at that situation for what it is, if he's disregarding her, calling her out of her name in that situation, when you talk about journalism, you got a certain group of people that you're only focusing on those people sometimes. Black women in media are few and far in between. And so Jada's looking at that as, that's my sister in journalism, on top of being a black woman. So of course, I felt like you were talking to me as a result of that. And that's why she's addressing Snoop in that way. Now, I don't think, specifically that he was talking to Jada in that regard, but I understand her response and the way that she feels by, Gayle is a respected journalist. You have to ask those tough questions sometimes.
So I don't agree with speaking from a black journalist perspective.
Well, I think there's layers of it. I think it's layers. I think there's the journalist, there's that sister relationship. Gayle is a respected person in broadcasting and journalism, and then there's that black woman layer. So you add all those things together, of course you feel like I'm talking to you.
That's an interesting perspective, because when it first came out as a black journalist, and it's only 10% of us out here in the nation, right? Some of the nationwide. So when it comes to that, there was a part of me that's like, you know what? And I said this on the show, and I didn't agree with Gayle, and I thought the interview was too soon and saying everything, and I understood that, but I also understood where she was coming from as a journalist of having to try and do her job in that sense, and the feedback and the flack that you get sometimes. So I get it. So when he was coming at Gayle, I'm like, well, damn, that could have easily been me. I could have easily been in that position where a boss or somebody could have said, oh, you got to bring this up.
Yeah.
How do you handle that? How do you handle that? And that's the issue.
The issue on top of asking the question is, I think Gayle was pressing.
Yeah, she went too far.
She tripled down on it.
So when you triple down, of course you're gonna get some response.
Right.
And then Snoop looked at Kobe as a friend. You're not gonna disrespect my friend and me not say anything about it.
And emotions are still raw. Now I don't want to get too far into that debate, because we've been debating that for the last 3 weeks. But I want to get more into the whole situation about protecting black women.
Important.
In a sense,
Very important. Very important.
Extremely because when it came out, there was a lot of people, when Snoop said what he said, and a lot of other people said what they said about Gayle, that's when you saw another contingent of black people basically saying, you know what, no, we're not doing that. Now, isn't it up to us, though, to check ourselves? Because you said on this show numerous times that we will be the first ones to hold each other accountable.
As we should.
So even if somebody does something wrong, does it make it right that somebody else does something wrong on top of that? Hell no.
No, for sure.
Not the way it's supposed to be. So that person needs to be checked as well. Speak on me.
So I understand Jada's pain, and we shouldn't disrespect our black women. But sometimes, I feel like when Snoop said what he said, he should have apologized for calling her a B and whatever.
He eventually did.
He apologized for that. But I don't think Jada is right. I think she's kind of want to put herself in the situation. And at the end of the day, if Fox can't tell me to do shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to kowtow. You know what I mean? If you say, you talk about Kobe, no, I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect people and I want to respect people's feelings and how the family feels and all that. She should have knew better being a 30-year vet.
Talk to me.
You know what I'm saying? Not to ask that question. Now, Snoop, he was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, did I feel like he was wrong? No. I was like, nigga, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I was mad. I was mad.
Right.
You know what I
Everybody's
mean?
emotions are really wrong.
Yeah. Because we're right in the thick of things. But at the end of the day, she should have known better. She didn't deserve to be called no bitch. And I think, Jada, you chill out. You know what I mean?
I think this is her opportunity to ride this coattail, to get some views for her Red Table.
Talk.
We're talking about it. I mean, it's a highly successful show.
In all honesty, though, the Red Table Talk, right, is definitely a healing platform for the culture, where we don't really have many opportunities to do that, you know. So
Fox Soul, don't hold on, bro.
Yeah.
You can heal on the Mike and Donny show. We might be jazz a little bit, but we gonna get you back to health.
I said many. You know,
See, we gonna keep it real. We really keep it real on this show. We talk about everything, and we don't hold no punches. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Jada clout chasing right now, man. You know what I mean?
Way I feel.
That's over. You know what I mean? Snoop apologized to her. Let's move on from all that.
Yeah.
Let's forgive Gail. You know what I mean? Because we all make mistakes, and she did something wrong. And let's get over it because, you know, let's do something positive. Talk about Snoop
But
at
that's
a
what I'm
positive
saying.
level,
So
man.
that's the bigger picture, not just what Snoop and Jada doing.
Yeah.
The bigger picture is, once again, have we fallen back into that trap of disrespect? Once again, come back. 2 daughters, my queens.
Right.
You call them a bitch, you call them out their name, we got problems.
We got,
Seriously.
Come on.
I'm seriously got problems with that. I don't care who the hell you are.
100%.
You call my daughters a bitch.
It's on and popping.
Don't let the light skin fool you, bro. I'm just telling you. Say it straight up.
We just said that. Light skin coming back.
But what I'm saying is, like, 30 years ago, when rappers were doing it, I understand there was a lot of people going to, black women would be the first people to come out and be like, who, Queen Latifah made a song, who you calling a bitch?
Right.
These days, and I'm not saying all black women, but if you call a black woman a bitch, it's almost like the word nigga when it comes to us.
Yeah.
It's become a term of endearment.
Yeah, you're right.
We shouldn't be calling our black women.
No, but I'm saying, it's like, so when a black man would call a woman a bitch, a black woman would check him. Who's checking anybody now when black women are being called bitches?
But
It's tough because they're calling themselves bitches.
But
that's what I'm saying. Who's checking? Who's
Mike,
checking?
can I say this? A lot of women, when Snoop said that, a lot of women, I don't want to call names, they was high powerful people. They said, I agree with Snoop.
That's what I'm saying.
Some of the women were.
I think
what I'm saying.
People agree with the objection that Snoop had with Gail's position and her timing, right? So that was a teachable moment for her. How he went about it, it don't always come out the right way when you're getting checked, you know? Like if you're getting a spanking, you're getting a spanking. You might not like your spanking, you know?
I hope one of these black women in the audience, if they got a question, if you want to speak on it, because we got 5 black men up here talking about that. But I'm just saying, have we gotten to the road where, like, just calling a black woman a bitch is normal, just kind of just rolls off the tongue, nobody's gonna say anything about it?
I think it's always kind of uncomfortable for a man to enter that conversation. You don't know when to actually enter it because there's playful moments where you can, it's laughable, and then there's times when it's like taboo, right? Yeah. So that's a case by case scenario. Hip hop has used it very much so, and unironically, women have accepted it in a big, large capacity, and it pushes the music that's there. So I think
I don't think women have accepted it. I don't think they have accepted. I just think, you know, we have.
I DJ, right? So when I'm playing these records, and I see the biggest records that are very kind of condescending or disrespectful towards women, these records are being requested by women, and a lot of times black women. Not to say that that's how they feel about themselves, but this is a moment to let our hair down and be cool, and it's okay to be ratchet in this moment, but then it's taboo on Tuesday. So we gotta, like, the same way where it's taboo for the N-word or nigga, however you want to say it, right? It's the same thing on the B-word side. You know, like, when is it okay, when is it not okay? There's an interesting interview with my brother DJ Head and Megan Thee Stallion talking about it. When is it okay to call a woman a bitch?
Right.
You know?
When is it?
Or is it ever?
It's the same thing when it's okay to call a man a nigga. You get what I'm saying? So it's a double-edged sword. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's probably the simplest connection we can make, because I guarantee every black man sitting up here on this stage right now, white man come in and call you nigga, you're not gonna accept that. Absolutely. So as a woman, you know, if a man is on the flip side of that calling you a bitch, that's unacceptable. So regardless if I say it as myself, I don't expect you to say it because we need to have standards as men to not say that to a woman.
100%.
Because I dare anybody to call my wife a bitch.
That's right.
I dare you.
I agree.
And you know what, Pee Wee? It's the same thing as if a man called me a bitch. Well, you know we about to fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's the same thing. That's the way the woman feels too. But at the end of the day, sometimes you determine endearment, sometimes you don't. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it all depends on where you use the word.
Exactly.
Because women be saying, that's my bitch right there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All IG doing it up.
So have women used the bitch and become the new nigga when it comes to
them?
It's almost like you've taken the power away from the word bitch?
Absolutely.
Pretty much that's where it's at.
Okay, all right.
But I mean, it's a fine line too. Like you said, it's a double-edged sword because some women don't want that word at all.
Right.
You know, that's not what we're gonna play. But then you have, I think, you know, and no disrespect to the millennials, that's their new word.
Yeah, it is.
That's their
I'm telling you,
word.
things have changed, man.
Yeah.
20 years ago, I had a knife put to my neck. I just said, you acting like one. And it got put to my neck.
Yeah.
All right?
A dude did that to you?
No.
So a woman.
Just checking.
No, it wasn't a dude. It's in the book. All right, let's move on, man. I need a nap. I do need a nap. Anybody take naps? Should I take naps? Yeah, look at you. Take naps. You probably feel more refreshed now because you took a nap, man. You take a nap? Did you take a nap early today?
I took me a power nap.
Yes.
Them 15-minute power naps like you sleep for like 10 hours.
Yes.
I love them. I had me a power nap this week, man.
Me too. I take one every day.
No,
I try to
power
take
nap.
A power nap, like an hour.
No, that ain't a power nap.
What's a power
nap? Is 15 minutes.
That's it.
Yeah,
And you be knocked out.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
a power.
No, I go to sleep then.
You took it real.
He said for an hour or two. Like,
I'll go for an hour or two. I go for like an hour, but like 15 minutes in the middle of the day if you're at work, like today.
No.
When I was here.
When you just knock the hell out and you be like in a coma, and then all of a sudden your pager go off. You're like, damn, I thought I was asleep for like 2 hours.
Did you say pager?
I mean, a pager.
Right here.
You've been in a coma. You've been in a coma. You've been asleep since the 80s.
I had a flashback.
Oh, the good old days with that pager,
But they had a recent survey that said taking that midday power nap increases your productivity.
So I'm learning.
So do you take those naps?
I'm learning now. Before I was up as much as I could be up, you know, and then somebody told me, who told you rich people don't sleep? You know, I was like, oh, maybe I should get some rest.
You know, and see, that's where it comes from because all the successful people always say, I never sleep. I'm up 25/8. No, you ain't.
Shit.
No, you ain't. Stop it.
Your body ain't functioning.
No.
Like that.
Who can function like that?
Yeah, you need to go to sleep.
Because if you're not going to sleep, you can't get that money. Your brain can't think. You need to think to get that money. You know, I got to have my rest. I'll be in bed like as soon as I leave here, 9:30.
9:30?
9. If anybody know me, they know he go to sleep early. I go to bed at 9:39 and I'm up at 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I'm up when Wall Street come up.
Okay.
You know when Wall Street come up on the East Coast? I'm up. I got to count that money.
Oh,
Gotta
there you
count
go.
that money. There it is.
Now, if you'd have said I'm up at like, I go to bed at 9:30, I get up around 10,
No, don't do
I'd be
that.
like, woo.
No, don't do that, Pee Wee.
Right.
Hey, does he go to bed at 9:30 and go to sleep at 9:30 though? Or do you just go to bed at 9:30?
You can go to bed and roll over.
Who you rolling with though?
My pillows. I'm sleeping.
Right, Donny, sure. Gangster. But you know, like in countries like Argentina, they prescribe naps. Prescribe them.
I'm not mad at it.
Come on.
Man,
I'll do it.
Hey, Trump, I might vote for Trump if he prescribes
Whoa,
naps.
Paul. Yo, Paul.
Everybody woke up then, didn't they?
Whoa.
Shot of adrenaline.
Yeah, I was like, oh. I was like,
You want the black vote? Prescribe naps.